नमस्कार सिक्किम आज चाहिँ हजुरहरूको माझमा म फेरि आएको छु अलिकति भिन्न टाइपको सोच र विचार लिएर तर जुन कुरा डाइरेक्टली इन्भल्भ हुन्छ हाम्रो यो इलेक्सनको माहौलमा त्यसको बारेमा म अलिकति इम्पोर्टेन्ट ब्रेकिङ न्युजहरू आजको दिनमा तपाईँहरूको अगाडि म राख्दैछु ब्रेकिङ न्युज फर वाट प्रश्न आउँछ अभियसली तर म यसले सबै डिटेल्सहरू पनि हजुरहरूको लिएर आउँछु एन्ड आई विल ट्राई टु एक्सप्लेन टु यु म तपाईँलाई सबै कुराहरू राम्रोसँगले सम्झाएर म तपाईँको अगाडि राख्छु इफ यु इलेक्ट मी एज द पार्लियामेन्टेरियन एमपी फ्रम सिक्किम टु द इन्डियन पार्लियामेन्ट आई एस्योर यु म तपाईँलाई तपाईँको अगाडि प्रतिज्ञा गर्दैछु समर्पित तरिकाले प्रतिज्ञा गर्दैछु कि आई वुड लाइक टु ब्रिङ इन द युरोपियन प्रोजेक्ट फर सिक्किम the European project for Sikkim, which is what? A multi-purpose international sports stadium. When I say multi-purpose international sports stadium, obviously Crore आउँछ कि what is that about? Stadiums हाम्रो स्टेटमा अरू पनि छ देशमा पनि अरूहरू छ it will be known as the center of excellence. Just football को होइन, just taekwondo को होइन, just swimming को होइन, it will be a multi-purpose stadium. धेरै गेम्सहरूलाई लिएर यो मल्टिपर्पज स्टेडियमको एउटा जबरदस्त प्रोजेक्ट लिएर म आउनेवाला छु इफ यु गिभ मी द चान्स एन्ड अपर्च्युनिटी टु बी योर एमपी वाइ बिफोर आई से वाइ आई वुड लाइक टु टेल यु द कस्ट अफ द स्टेडियम फर्स्ट फेजमा द मल्टिपर्पज इन्टरनेसनल स्पोर्ट्स स्टेडियम विल बी constructed at a cost of rupees 800 crores. This center of excellence will be in Sikkim for a cost of 800 crores. Now you will ask why? Why is Shyamal Pal, who is just an independent candidate for this particular election, why should he talk about this? What logo stand has he got to talk about a European project for Sikkim? Now today I would like to bring out a very cogent fact. एकदम सरल र सिधा कोजेन्ट फ्याक्ट हजुरहरूको अगाडि म लिएर आउँछु your candidate, independent candidate for this particular election, that is myself, Shyamal Pal, is also, please note very carefully, I am also the partner for Soccer Skills Pro, a huge organization worldwide which is based in Europe. म चाहिँ एसियाको पार्टनर हो अनि with that particular background, I have been allotted the liberty to announce this particular European project for Sikkim, multi-purpose international sports stadium, center of excellence worth rupees 800 crores in the first phase. भनेपछि you can imagine this is a special edition of this particular series of interviews that I'm giving to the press, that the youth, the younger generation of Sikkim can derive immense enjoyment and immense pleasure if once they come to know the real intention of your MP candidate for the election. What is the Center of Excellence? The Center of Excellence will give an opportunity for all the Sikkimese players across the state to come across and train under terrific circumstances with the participation of international coaches who will be coming and having training sessions. And not only that, a lot of international teams in different age groups, under 12, under 14, under 16, under 18, will be coming into Sikkim through this particular project so that they will be able to play. Our players will be able to get exposure and we will be able to train with top level teams coming in from Europe in different games and they will be able to match their talent and come to know कि हामी तो ट्रेनिङ गर्दैछौँ सिक्किममा तर हाम्रो पोजिसन कहाँ छ इन vis-a-vis द वर्ल्ड यो के भन्छ एसियामा हाम्रो स्ट्यान्डर्ड कहाँ छ वर्ल्ड लेभलमा हाम्रो कहाँ स्ट्यान्डर्ड कहाँ छ एक्सपोजर चाहिँ हामीले दिनैपर्छ हाम्रो नानीहरूलाई जस्ट खेलाएर हुँदैन इफ वी जस्ट ट्रेन देम आई गिभ यु एन एक्जाम्पल नानीहरूलाई हामी स्कुलमा हाल्छौँ अब चाहिँ टिचरले भन्छ पढ आमा बाउले भन्छ पढ एभ्री से स्टडी नानीहरूले स्टडिज गर्दैछ बट इफ देयर इज नो एक्जामिनेसन if there is no exposure to the examination standard, that okay, after a certain period of time, they will be appearing for an examination. Evaluation will take place after the exam and they will move to the next grade. So that means there is a system in our education system which has to be applied to sports also. So this thing, a child who joins a particular training group at the age of 12 or 10, he has to move, she has to move to after 2 years into the next grade, after 2 years, and then the motivation has to be there. कि म यो लेभलमा रिच गरेपछि यति मेहनत गर्दैछु, स्ट्यामिना बिल्डअप गर्दैछु, स्ट्राटेजिज युज गर्दैछु, कोचेसको सबै कुराहरू म मान्दैछु, and I have now become a very good strong player. What next? This center of excellence will provide you with a chance so that the international level players will come here and you will play against them, and you will then realize where your standard is and where is the European standard, where your standard is and where is the Asian standard. यो कुराहरु हामीले सेन्टर अफ एक्सलेन्सको थ्रुबाट सिक्किममा हामी सुरु गर्छौं. इट इज गोइङ टु बी अ बून यंगर जेनेरेसनको लागि. इट इज गोइङ टु बी अ बून, अ बिग एडभान्टेज, अ ह्युज एडभान्टेज. अनि त्यसको कारणले लेट मी एस्योर यु दिस मच दैट इन द नेक्स्ट 5 years तपाईहरुले मलाई सपोर्ट गरेपछि, हजुरहरुको माया र सपोर्ट मैले पाएपछि, आई क्यान एस्योर यु, एन्ड दिस आई एम गिभिङ यु एज एन एस्योरेन्स वन्स अगेन, दैट with your support and help, Sikkim will be the first state in India, a powerhouse of sports, and that will be possible only if we have such center of excellences. And मलाई यति चाहिँ विश्वास छ, I will get full support from the newly elected government that will come up in Sikkim next after the elections. I will also get full support for the children, for the future generations of Sikkim, even from the newly elected central government, which will take over charge at the center after the elections when a new government is formed. Central र state government को बिचमा coordination गरेर, as your MP, I would like to establish a very good situation for the state of Sikkim, जसको लागि we all should be proud of. म credit लिनु चाहदैन. If it is going to be possible, this is going to be possible only and only if you support me as your MP. I assure you that I will do this with the blessings of God and with the good wishes of all of you and everyone who wants Sikkim to be at a certain level. Having said that, let me tell you this. Before I go into the second phase, I would like to assure you one more thing. This is such a well-designed project that before I come to the second phase, I would like to assure you once again, this is especially once again to the Sikkimese youth. Okay, everyone connected, those who are looking out for jobs, those who are moving outside searching jobs here and there, you would be able to get a very, very lucrative and very, very satisfying job trained by Europeans who will be coming here and establishing different areas of excellence. They will be training you and you will be getting jobs. After you get trained, 2,000 jobs will be there for the Sikkimese youth. This is also an assurance from my side. अनि म तपाईहरुको अगाडि राख्दैछु, एक कुरा is possible not because Shyamal Pal is telling you this, but I'm telling you as your MP candidate, and I'm also telling you as the partner for Soccer Skills Pro of Europe. Okay, and this of course sorry, will be possible only and only if I get elected as the member of parliament with your support. Now this point, which is again important, after you have a center of excellence, after you have developed this stadium, after all the things are being placed in a very, very professional, well-designed manner, there are many things that is also attached to this particular center of excellence, the national top-level stadium हामीले गर्नेवाला छौं with a cost of 800 crore rupees. When players will come, when international level players will come for matches, when international level coaches will come for matches, when even national level teams will come for matches, because this stadium is not only for Sikkim, it is for India also. A lot of top level teams from India will also come and participate along with our Sikkimese youths and Sikkim teams. So then what happens? Where will they stay? What is the infrastructure? They cannot go and stay in the stadium. Will they have to come to Gangtok and stay and then go back? Or will they have to go to some other place and then go back? For an international level match, the players have to be in peak condition. तपाईलाई थाहा छ, एकदम peak condition मा हुनुपर्छ. They need rest. They need practice grounds, which will also be there in the center of excellence. Practice grounds for the players, for the teams who will be coming and staying there to play the matches. If they stay far, by the time they reach the stadium, they will be tired. So we have to develop infrastructure around the stadium. All these things I've learned when I was in Europe 2017, 2018, 2019 extensively I toured all the stadiums, all the facilities, and all the roadworks, networks that is necessary to make a stadium feel vibrant and get the right results. त्यसबेला मैले यो कुराहरू राखेको मेरो युरोपियन पार्टनर्सहरूको अगाडि कि हाम्रो सेन्टर अफ एक्सलेन्सको वरिपरि ठाउँ लिएर जमिन लिएर we need to establish an international smart sports city. त्यसमा चाहिँ होटल्सहरू हुन्छ, त्यसमा चाहिँ टप क्लास हाई क्वालिटी होटल्सहरू हुन्छ. There will be hostels. Some of them were excellent sports persons connected with the center of excellences that are there around the world, and they said it is possible. In fact, they said, like the Palzo Stadium is a picturesque stadium nestled in the hills. Similarly, this stadium also will be a very beautiful stadium, but the level of construction of different areas, hotels and parks and the tourism sector that needs to be redeveloped, redesigned around this particular smart sports city, they will give a totally different dimension to the idea of Sikkim being one of the best tourist destinations. So when I'm talking about these jobs will be not only in the stadium. Let me clarify. These jobs will also be there in various sectors of this smart sports city, because different hotels, different companies, sports manufacturing units, they will all be coming up. And let me tell you this will be the beginning of a renaissance. This will be the beginning of an important improvement in our thought process, that sports has its very, very deep-rooted idea of success as far as the concept of Sikkim is concerned. And let me tell you this, after this, you will be seeing there will be a massive change in the mindset, and sports will take roots. Most of the schools in different districts of Sikkim will then start thinking that we need to redevelop our thoughts and come out with the designing efforts to have playgrounds. Okay, it may not be possible for every single school to have a playground. Maybe it's small or maybe it's big, but yes, certainly we can plan out that if we have a ground with adequate facilities around 8 or 10 schools, and there is one ground, then different type of timings can be given, timetable can be worked out, whereby all the children, the sports persons of those 8 or 10 schools can come to that particular ground and train. So we can have cluster of 8, 10 schools in every district. So if there are 8 to 10 schools in each part of a particular district, then what happens? The culture of sports develops, and the culture of once again I would like to mention here that I'm not only talking about football, I'm not only talking about sports when I'm talking about breaking news. This is going to be a tremendous thing for the state of Sikkim. It's going to be a tremendous thing for the younger generation of Sikkim. It is going to be a tremendous thing for the growth, final growth level, and we will be up there in the map of the world, not only India, but of the world, when we will be able to do something very tangible and good for the future generations. Having said this, I would like to once again appeal to you as your independent candidate. I, Shyamal Pal, from Sikkim, I consider myself to be a Sikkimist. If people say that I'm not a Sikkimist, you are hurting me. But even if you say so, those who are my detractors or those who are trying to make me feel uncomfortable, let me tell you and let me confess that I love Sikkim. I have loved Sikkim. I am loving Sikkim, and I'm going to love Sikkim, come what may. And let me tell you, if you're opposing me, I love you too, because you are part of Sikkim. So I do not have any qualms, anything. And I would also like to tell you that as the parliamentary constituency of Sikkim is a constituency in which only one seat is there and one Rajya Sabha seat is there, the role of the MP in Indian Parliament is very important. You cannot relax. You cannot be indifferent. You cannot hibernate. है ना? यो बर्खाको बेलामा there are certain insects who go underground and they are not seen. They go underground and they preserve themselves. Even during cold winter, some of the insects, God has given them the gift of understanding. They go underground and they preserve themselves. And when the weather improves, they come out. I'm being told by my Sikkimese friends, the younger generation, especially the ones who know what is happening since a long time, that some of our so-called leaders who have placed themselves, who have got themselves elected into the parliament, they used to also hibernate. And I'm also told, I do not know, I would like my good friends to come out with the truth that the attendance in the Lok Sabha for the parliament, whether it's Rajya Sabha or Lok Sabha, a minimum attendance has to be there. And I have got information that our MPs who were there, who were elected by the people of Sikkim, have not been able to fulfill this thing that was required, the attendance. Now, if you don't attend school, how are you going to pass the exams? If you don't attend classes, how are you going to pass the exams? So having said this, I would like to tell you that you need to have a MP who is going to work day in and day out. He should not rest until and unless the objectives, the hopes and aspirations of the people of Sikkim, the youth, even the elderly people, the senior citizens of the state, they need to be taken care of in a very big way. Yesterday, during my interview, I had spoken that we need to take care of our senior citizens, our parents. Once again, I would like to tell all my younger generation friends, always respect your parents, love them, take care of them, because they are God's representative on earth. ईश्वर को प्रतिनिधित्व गर्दैछ हाम्रो पेरेन्ट्सहरूले, हाम्रो आमा बाबुहरूले. And they have taken care of us. When we were born, we were small. They have taken care of us. They have showered their love. They have fed us. They have given us education. They have sacrificed their life for us. Please do not ignore them. Don't let tears come into the eyes of your parents. Don't do that. That is not going to be good for you. I request everyone to understand that you are very important, but your parents are more important. You need to take care of them, the younger generation, the elderly people. Everyone has to move together. This state will be vibrant. This state will be happy. This state will be successful. This state will be one of the best. Sikkim will be one of the best if you take care of yourself and if you take care of all these things which I have been trying to share with you. Because I love you. I want all of you to be happy. I want Sikkim to be happy, and I want Sikkim to be the #1 state in India. Once again, I fold my hands before you. Thank you for listening to me. Jai Hind, Jai Sikkim.